With a rise in popularity for Helldivers 2, whether you're a veteran of Arrowhead Games and the original Helldivers or you're completely new to the franchise, here are the things missing from the title that could and most likely will be added to the game. Now, first off, there is plenty here from the original title, many stratagems like orbital strikes, supply weapons, defensive and offensive call-ins are currently in the game aside from some fun and interesting ones. These come in the form of arc weapon types. Currently, there are no arc weapon types in the game. We also had a medic gun. This is for healing teammates on the go from long distances. You could just shoot at them. You could heal yourself with it. This gave you the ability to have a medic on your team, which is super awesome. Melee weapons and bayonets. As we know, the current melee in the game is pretty useless, and this is done on purpose because there are melee weapons and bayonets that we can attach to our weapons. Hopefully these will be coming at some point. We also had an interesting fun piece of equipment in the form of a metal detector. This was used to find special and rare materials as well as resources around the world. There also was plasma weapon types, poison weapon types, satchel charges. These were amazing and easily could blow up multiple buildings on the go. Whether you're trying to close bug holes or blow up specific buildings, you could blow all of them up at once while you're running away by throwing the satchels down and then activating it. These were extremely useful in the first title. Also had silence weapons. These are interesting. You guys may think, well, what's the point of a silence weapon? This gave us the ability to take on certain objectives and not have other enemies in the area come, whether they're calling in, whether it's a bug hole opening up. You would just be able to take on that specific zone without attracting attention. Now, new weapons are awesome and all, but this has to be by far the most exciting additions to expect for Helldivers 2. This is a set of specific stratagems. We have some amazing ones on offer currently, but these, when implemented, will really change up the game. They're going to change the pace of the game, change up play styles with your team or solo, and it's really going to be beneficial for solo players, I think, overall. These stratagems are in the form of vehicles. Now, there is a motorcycle. This is just for traversal. You could drive around the map and get from point A to point B a lot faster. That one's not that interesting. But on top of that, there were 3 exosuits as well as 3 tanks we could call in and rain complete democracy on our enemies. These things were amazing. They were super versatile. One of them was equipped with a Gatling gun and an anti-tank weapon. One of them was equipped with dual rocket launchers, and you could just absolutely rain down hell on everybody in the area. These are going to be awesome when they're implemented. I know they will be coming. Eventually, it's going to be super beneficial for solo players. The tanks as well are going to be awesome. We had the Bastion, the APC, and the HAV. These are really going to add some diversity to the gameplay, especially in squads and higher difficulties. Since we're talking about difficulties, currently there are only 9 difficulties in Helldivers 2. Whereas in Helldivers, it went all the way up to difficulty 15. Talk about insanity. If you thought the game was hard, now imagine these higher tiers. These things were completely brutal, but the yield of XP, materials, money, everything across the board was absolutely insane and made for some completely chaotic gameplay. On top of all that, let's talk about some core gameplay features that were in the first title that are sure to be implemented in Helldivers 2. This is a form of different game modes, one of them being the Proving Grounds game mode, which was introduced in a free expansion for the original game. It tasked players with completing some of the standard mission objectives for increased rewards. However, players also face loadout restrictions, gameplay modifiers, some of the likes of shared friendly fire damage among all teammates, and random incoming aerial strikes that provided fresh experiences to each mission. There's also one faction missing currently in the game. This is the Illuminate. This is expected to come in the late stages of the ongoing war. We currently look at the war table. On the left side, we have the automatons. Right side, we have the Terminids. Top and bottom, we have no factions. The Illuminate is going to be coming in at some point, whether it's at the top or the bottom of the war table, and I'm assuming there's going to be a 4th faction added in at some point. Again, guys, the ongoing war is going to shift. It's going to change. New enemy variants, difficulties, modifiers, different planets, factions overall are going to be added at some point. This was just a quick video for anyone who is new to Helldivers or who hasn't played in a very long time. Expect this game to change and shift over time with added DLC content, new modifiers, new planets, new enemies, new faction types, weaponry, the likes of primary, secondary, grenades, well as stratagems. Let me know how you guys are liking Helldivers 2, what you guys think of the game overall, and if you came from the first one or you're completely new to the franchise, if there's anything I missed in this game that could be implemented that was in the first title, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, guys, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.